Last week on The Real Entrepreneur, our ambitious contestants were put in a book challenge that determined who would make it to the main stage. They had to present an author's book to the eager audience. Unfortunately, Miss McGee was sent home, and there were other unexpected medical emergencies that resulted in another contestant's departure. And now, with only Keelan and Dana left standing, get ready for the epic finale episode of The Real Entrepreneur.
In a world where dreams are made and fortunes are built, meet 10 extraordinary entrepreneurs. They are risk takers, innovators, and visionaries. They navigate the ever-changing landscape of business. Witness their triumphs and challenges as they strive to turn their ideas into reality. Get ready for the thrilling journey into the world of The Real Entrepreneur.
Wellness and performance mean different things to different people. At Superpatch, we have easy drug-free solutions for everything from sleep to sports and other life-enhancing benefits. The technology inside the Superpatch has uniquely arranged ridges that look like a QR code. When these ridges touch our skin, our cells transmit unique signals that interact with our body's nervous system. For more info, contact Dr. Casuel Pitts at 706-365-7818.
Well, I dropped the ball once again. My delivery for the book was too long and I didn't reach every point of action. I think that affected my score. So kind of disappointed that I still messed up on the same thing that I messed up with the last challenges. And so I think that was the main reason for me getting eliminated. Well, going forward, I have learned a lot. I'm super proud of myself. I made some amazing connections, networked, got some good experience. I learned a lot during this journey. So this is definitely not the end. This is only the beginning for my journey as an entrepreneur. It still continues.
Entrepreneurs, this is the final challenge. Keelan, man, coming through this particular challenge, from the beginning to the end, you made it. I'm proud of you. Dana, whew, you came a long way as well. However, only one of you will be walking away and crowned the real entrepreneur. So the final challenge is, each one of you have to create an executive summary on the company Superpatch. Each of you will be a patch will be applied to each of your arms for the experience. Dana, this is the focus patch. For this particular challenge, this is a patch that you're gonna need. It's gonna increase your cognition on how to focus on whatever task that you're aiming at doing. Within 5 minutes, you're gonna start feeling more focused and more determined on your task. So Keelan, this is the Liberty Patch. What it provides is stability and mobility. So I'm gonna do a demonstration so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So I want you to stand just like this, arms, fists in the fist, okay? Okay, now, this is the mobility and the stability patch, okay? All right, same position, okay? Arms locked in, you ready?
Wow.
Try it again. You have 1 hour to create your executive summary. Good luck.
Get ready for the most prestigious event of the year, the Entrepreneur Empire Awards, where visionaries and trailblazers come together to celebrate success and innovation. Join us as we honor the hard work and dedication of entrepreneurs making a difference in their communities and beyond. If you're an entrepreneur ready to showcase your empire, visit myempireevents.com and be part of this extraordinary celebration. The Entrepreneur Empire Awards, where your success shines bright.
Getting to the final challenge, it's been tough, man. We worked real hard. Everybody pushed themselves. You had to use a lot of stuff in my mental that I didn't even know I had, especially under the terms or conditions that we were using it. Trying to create websites, business plans, new ideas, innovative ideas, all of those things. Trying to do it in an hour it's a huge stretch. So I want to just commend anybody that that was doing this type of stuff, and all the people that were challengers. We all did what we could. I believe we all did a great job, and we did what we could do, man. What it means to be an entrepreneur, it means liberation. It means you standing up for yourself. It means you believing in what you do, believing in the vision that God gave you. The vision you have is obviously one from a high power, and I don't want you to ever discount yourself, ever think less of yourself. And I'm speaking to myself when I say this, because there's so many times when you go through a certain period in entrepreneurship that it's hardship, and there's a lot of hardship more than there is congratulations. So, at the end of the day, when you start learning how to win more, you'll forget about the losses, or at least the people will. Because once you start winning, they'll always see how big you've become based off of your results. But just go through the process, man. It's a process, and just know what you want and believe in that vision that God gave you.
My goal here wasn't really to make friends, but to just to really meet people, connect, network, of course, but to really, the end game was to get to where I'm at right now, which is the final two. So just paying attention, taking notes, and really putting yourself, watch. So many people talk, they a lot of lip service, and I think y'all seen through the competition who's who, and the lip service, and it's not about talking, it's about listening, paying attention, and watching. And I think you kind of learn people, and that is what gets you to the end, and really paying attention to what they want you to do, and the details. The details are important. I really learned, just as the episodes have gone on, you've kind of seen my character, and that's real life. Just knowing that, even though you're in situations and even though you go through challenges, that if you just really trust God, because when I tell you a lot of this is a stretch, and I really learned a lot about myself and just the patience and everything that you have to have with people, I think people will see what and who I really am, and not just a lot of the stuff that's been going on with other cast members and stuff that they've really seen, and just really seeing that I do have a pure heart. And that's the biggest thing for me, because I feel like you have to, in entrepreneurship, in order to really have a viable brand and a viable business, you have to have integrity, you have to have patience, because there's going to be difficult people no matter what. So I feel like just seeing that, I am this person has really shown through with the patience and the grace and different things like that I have for people.
Welcome to Contouring and Wellness Spa, where transformation meets tranquility. Experience the pinnacle of body sculpting, rejuvenation, and holistic wellness. Unveil a new you at Contouring Wellness Spa. Visit us today. Contouring and Wellness Spa, where beauty meets balance.
Man, the first episode, Keelan really took advantage early as a leader, and I think that was extremely important. He set the stage and set a footprint in episode 2, I believe, when he took the leadership role for his group and helping them build the business from the ground up. And then, of course, what he showcased throughout the journey of the show is how entrepreneurs can catch hiccups, how they can have downfalls, how they can have problems. And I think what made him get to this part is his poise of just taking in the feedback, taking constructive critiquing, and then using that to elevate to the next level. And that's the reason why he's in the last challenge and for this particular opportunity.
So one thing I can say about Keelan is from the first episode, Keelan came out strong. So he remained strong throughout the episodes. He's very consistent. And that's what I can definitely see in Keelan, his consistency from beginning to now. He took this opportunity seriously and he's pushing to win.
Oh, well, definitely amazing competitor. He's a leader because I remember the first challenge, he was the one that stood out the most to me. And a couple more challenges too as well. But he definitely needs to focus and not miss a beat. But no, he has definitely grown, and I can see where he's taking to some of the things that we've said, even based on how you speak, how you're presenting, stuff like that. I can see the growth in that. And I wish him good luck. I'm excited to see what it is that he's going to bring.
The final challenge is tough, man. Once you hear it and you think, okay, I've done 1 million executive summaries, but it's more so the, I guess the lack of information on the actual product. That is what makes it a little bit challenging. But, based off of what I see and what I'm reading, I'll try my best to do what I can with what I have. That's all we can do. Literally just focus on what's at hand. Take it step by step. Whatever you can do. Whatever you can't do, don't do. So the idea is, as long as you know some information, always put in what you can, because then next thing you know, you can easily focus on the things you do know and make it and heighten the response that you get from somebody else, versus if you don't know exactly what you're talking about and you focus on that, then you'll end up losing the audience. So my goal is to focus on the things I can answer right now in this executive summary. And then when I get more answers or an understanding, then I'll work on the other things.
Same thing with Dana. She took initiative at the very beginning and she kept her momentum, and her too, it got to a point where, discouragement set in, disbelief set in. And I think that affected her in the rounds where she was getting her constructive critiquing as well. However, she didn't allow that to be her end all, right? She took it, she accepted it. And then I think most importantly, which entrepreneurs need to understand, is that she adjusted. No matter what was said about her, no matter what people felt about her, she still overcame and conquered the particular challenge, and her too, which is the reason why she's at the end of this particular challenge.
Oh my God, she's lovely. I love her aura, love her presence. Very godly, wonderful woman. She herself is talented. This is going to be a very tough race. I've once again, just like Keelan, she has. She's taking you to the things that we've said to her. Considering the fact that they're both here, where we are now, you can tell that they're both strong competitors. But Dana will bring it. She will pull some things out the hat that you're not thinking about. Out because she's a fierce competitor, very fierce competitor.
So Dana surprised me. Dana started off shy. Dana started off quiet. But then one thing that I started seeing as Dana matured through the challenges is I knew Dana wasn't going to be one to be played with. So now, looking at these two, these are the best two contestants at the end.
We have to do an executive summary for this company, Super Patch. So really, I found the company's website. So I'm trying to really go through and figure out what I'm gonna do because I've never had to do this before. So just really trying to read about the company and see what it's about and what they offer, and it's just a lot, so we're gonna see. Good analysis. You gotta analyze the market trends, assess the competition, product development. Well, like I said, I've been in the industry for several years, but this is different. This is just really different because you really have to you don't know anything about the company. So, here we go.
Wellness and performance mean different things to different people. At Super Patch, we have easy drug-free solutions for everything from sleep to sports and other life-enhancing benefits. The technology inside the Super Patch has uniquely arranged ridges that look like a QR code. When these ridges touch our skin, our cells transmit unique signals that interact with our body's nervous system. For more info, contact Dr. Casuel Pitts at 706-365-7818.
So Keelan, from experience-wise, as far as for having the patches on, can you kind of tell a difference?
I definitely feel some type of difference happening within me.
Kind of hard to explain, right?
Yeah, it's hard to explain because it's not something I've ever really felt before. So
Right.
That's really the difference. But I do feel like it's definitely working on me in some way, shape, or form. Yeah.
Exactly. So I want you to pay attention to the two patches that you do have on, and kind of make sure that you do speak about those, because it's an experience, right? Always remember, being a product of the product is key, and especially when you're dealing with a product-driven company. A lot of times that in order for you to become a believer or something, you got to experience something.
Right.
So just kind of, make sure that in your presentation, you're talking about that, you're highlighting that. That's the reason why I put them on, so that way I'm not telling you what to say, right? You want to come up with what that concept is going to be, but make sure you're highlighting that. And one of the things I've always said, pay attention to the website. Whatever is on the site, hone in on that. Like, try not to miss a beat on nothing. Like, click through all hyperlinks, whatever is clickable, click through it, get the knowledge down, jot it down in your notes if you have to, just so you don't forget it, and just know that any vital information that you may seem that's important is important.
Okay.
Any specific questions you want to ask me?
Yes.
Okay.
So what would you say is like the target market?
So good question. Look at what each patch entails, right? So when you look at the Freedom patch, you know that deals with pain. When you look at the Focus patch, that kind of deals with focus. So think of it from a perspective, what industry needs more focus, right? Maybe it could be college students, right? What industry needs more pain? Maybe it could be the senior citizen market, right? So start to determine. It kind of can be like where you place the patch to determine the target audience.
Gotcha.
Because each patch has a different target audience, right?
Gotcha.
And then sometimes there can be a combination that goes good with one another. So then the research kind of see what kind of patches work together.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay. So it's not almost like a collaborative effort for the 28 patches. It's more so like an individual thing.
Correct, because you can't wear two of the same patch, right? So you only need to wear one Liberty, one Focus. You don't wear two Focus or two Liberties. Almost look at it from a battery perspective, where you can't put two negatives in a remote. It won't cut on, right? So you only need one patch per patch. You can wear all the patches at one time, right? That's why you got two on your arm. You can wear multiple patches as long as it's different ones and not the same ones, right? And through your research, you will see how, wow, if you put this patch together because it does this with this patch, man, that seems to be like a good combination, right? So just being able to kind of create that combo of what it'll help do. Okay.
I would just say, so right now, where is the company as far as like just, is it store, is it strictly online?
Okay, good question. So right now we're in distributor mode, right? So pretty much in order for you to even get access to the patches, you have to know an affiliate, right? That's already a distributor for the company, right? That's the only way that you can get access to the patches. So it's powerful because now that creates an opportunity for that particular affiliate. And then it also creates opportunity for other people to say, hey, I want to be an affiliate, right? To make some extra money or bring some extra, income into their home. So right now it's only based on who you know, right? That's a distributor for the company.
Okay. So it's like networking almost.
Yeah, like network marketing. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. I understand that. And I guess my last question would be, what would you say is the goal for Super Patch as far as like the next, maybe 3 to 5 years or something?
1 billion customers. That's the key, to get 1 billion customers, because we know that these patches can reduce some of the symptoms that individuals may face, right? Always got to make sure we stay in compliance, right? They say we ain't talking about doing nothing, and we ain't making no claims. We're just talking about how we can just enhance that particular attribute as far as what it stands for. Enhance the stability, mobility, enhance the focus, right? So that's kind of what we're going for, but our goal is to get 1 billion customers, to reach 1 billion customers.
Okay. All right. I think for the most part, that's all I really need. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck, sir. After having the patches on, can you kind of tell the difference in how you feel?
Normally, I would be super anxious, but I feel like I'm not anxious. Like I don't have that freaking out kind of feeling that I would normally have. So in that aspect, I really like it.
Yeah, and that's kind of like gearing towards that focus patch, right? Because it's kind of like keeping you focused and alert on pretty much the task that's at hand. So that's kind of like the power between it. So one of my things that I suggest is that making sure that you're highlighting the patches that you have on. Always remember that you got to be a product of the product in order for you to move the product, right? So, make sure that in your presentation, you're talking about how it makes you, how they made you feel, right? I think that when we went through the demonstration, we already know what the Liberty does, right? From stability, mobility. So now just going over the experience of what these patches, how they make you feel, right? That's kind of what I would think. The other thing I would suggest is that on the website, look at everything. Whatever hyperlinks are available to click on those hyperlinks, right? You want to make sure that you don't miss anything. We went through this before. Pay attention to the details, right? Because you just never know what questions these judges may ask. So you want to make sure that you if it's something that's important, grab that note section, right? Put it on the notes, right? Because it's going to be vital. So is there any questions that you want to ask me?
One of the main questions I have with this being, from what I'm understanding, it's kind of like a direct selling company.
Okay.
Typically, I would include that. I guess what I'm wondering is am I just talking about the patches, or should I include that aspect from the direct selling industry? Because when you're offering an amazing product, but there's also that opportunity attached to it.
Yeah. So it's an affiliate. So with the affiliate marketing, so the only way you can get access to the patches is through an affiliate.
Okay.
Right. So individuals that are going to see this and say, man, this is an opportunity, right? That I either want to be a part of or I want to take advantage of the product itself.
Okay.
You have to know an affiliate in order to make that effect. So that could be a key highlight, right? Who knows? That's kind of up to you. But to answer your question, I don't see it being an issue of you talking about it. If you feel that it's important to add into your presentation, then add it.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Typically, when I do these kind of plans, I include for a regular business, I would include, for example, like in an executive summary, like a 5-year plan and things of that nature. Is that something that we're really supposed to, because this is a little bit different, so is that something we should include? Because that's where I'm kind of stuck at, is because it is affiliate marketing. Like, how would we really gauge that? Because it depends on, there's a few different factors. So that's
so think about it. When you think about an executive summary, you want to put in the executive summary what you feel, right? That if you're talking to either an investor or you're pitching this to a bigger institution, what do you feel that's going to be important in your executive summary, right? So you think you're a boss, so you think like a boss, right? You're a leader, you think like a leader. So you put in what you feel needs to be told or said when it comes to an executive summary. So just think about that when you're putting together your executive summary. It's not about what you may feel. It's kind of like, hey, you're taking this thing by the horns. This is yours. You want to present it to the end consumer or an end organization that's going to take this on, utilize it, and help distribute it to a larger network.
Okay.
That make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Entrepreneurs, congratulations yet again for the last challenge. However, there's a plot twist. As you see to my left, you guys were accustomed to the 2 judges throughout every episode that we filmed. on this last challenge, we have a guest judge.
Well, in terms of qualification, I think this is, this is something that I pretty much do on a day-to-day basis. We look at businesses all the time. We make investment decisions all the time. One level is on a portfolio level, right? But in terms of, I think where this context fits, we get introduced, probably, I would say 3 or 4 daily. People approach us for, they need funding for a business or even just help with a business, right? So we see a lot of this, have done a lot of this, and so I think that gives us the context, or I would say that's probably what Dr. Pitts asked me to come on and to be a judge here. And, we generally, it's not about just making a dollar, right? At this point, it's about really being able to help, to give people good advice that can help them get to where they're trying to get to.
This particular coin flip will determine who goes first in the pitch. Dana, heads or tails?
Tails never fails.
Tails it is. Dana, who goes first?
Keelan.
All right, sir. It's on you.
All right.
Get ready for the most prestigious event of the year, the Entrepreneur Empire Awards, where visionaries and trailblazers come together to celebrate success and innovation. Join us as we honor the hard work and dedication of entrepreneurs making a difference in their communities and beyond. If you're an entrepreneur ready to showcase your empire, visit myempireevents.com and be part of this extraordinary celebration. The Entrepreneur Empire Awards, where your success shines bright.
Being here in the end, it just shows that no matter how many times you're on the chopping block, as long as when you're supposed to be here, that's where you're supposed to be. It doesn't matter. Whatever God's will is, that's what it is. So, it's a lot of things happen behind the scenes, and I'm just grateful that I'm still here. And still
Hello,
have the
judges.
opportunity.
My name is Keelan Smith Jr., and today I want to introduce to you the Super Patch. Right here we have the Focus Patch, and we also have the Liberty Patch. I would like you just to take a look at it right quick. No problem. The Super Patch is a simple idea that could change the daily lives of everyone. This vibral tactile patch is the technology that links the mind and the body to work on one accord. How many of us know that sometimes we wish we could get our bodies to do what our mind tells it to do? You sit on the sofa sometimes and you just want to just lounge, but you also want to work out. And you start to think to yourself, get up, get up, get up. And your body just doesn't listen. You just stay right where you are because of that complacency and the patterns of our subconscious mind. That is what that Focus Patch will actually help with. We want to welcome you to these Super Patches. It helps you focus on your mind. One of them also will help your skin glow. One of them can also help you stand straight and be stable. And then one of them also can help you build better daily habits and be free from the pain and so much more. Here we have our company, and the way our company will be set up is a corporation. We've been open for about 2 years, and after a couple rounds of investment series, we were able to raise up the money we want and now officially launch on a large scale. Our management team right now is mainly manufacturing and distribution. The product itself is sold by individuals and other entrepreneurs in a form of network marketing or an affiliation program. This gives the company a chance to expand naturally and by the word of mouth. The goal for the Super Patch is to have 1 billion customers in the next 3 to 5 years. Network marketing is a $180 billion industry and one of the fastest growing industries in the world. The Century Patch industry at the moment is worth $2 billion, but projections say that that this industry could be worth $75.1 billion at the end of 2024, according to the Globe News Wire. So we plan to see our affiliation program take off and make the brand expand quicker than ever before through network marketing. When the brand is more than just a product performance, and now sets up you to help your family and make money, then it has the opportunity to change lives and expand even quicker. Our target market is simply based on the patch of purpose. We have at the moment right now, we have 12 different patches online. And with these patches, you can work on your focus, which would help for any college student that is up late, working hard, trying to get stuff done, knowing that you've had a long day of classes. And not only after a long day of classes, you have to come home to stress of doing homework. We have a focus patch just for that. We also have the Liberty Patch, which can help the elderly with stability and feeling grounded. They no longer have to worry about when they get up to wobble or fall. As soon as you put that patch on, it starts to work within 5 minutes. And they could get grounded and do what they have to do and not have to worry about making that one call. It literally all depends on what you need to get through your day and what your needs are to get through your difficulties. Let's go to my SWOT. The strengths of the Super Patch is it's drug-free, hypoallergenic, non-GMO, gluten-free, and non-invasive. The patches are easy to wear and easy to purchase from an affiliate or online. The patches help improve different things in everyday life and also improve things that other patch companies don't necessarily offer, like the stability through the Liberty Patch. As I looked it up, there's no companies that really offer this type of support for your walking or your foundation and being foundational. That is such a plus with our company because we're thinking outside of the box, whereas most of these companies only focus just on one thing. Another strength for the company is the network marketing, aspect because people will always promote what pays. And we are dermatologically tested and approved. So when you think of the network marketing aspect, when you team up with the right people and they see the power of this product, the word of mouth will spread. They will grab people and they will bring them in and do classes, teach them how to sell the product, teach them how the product works. And now you have less effort put into marketing dollars and more effort put into expanding the brand. The weaknesses, there is companies similar to what we offer in certain areas as far as the patches go. Like the Focus Patch, for instance. There is a Focus Patch by PatchMD or the Focus Patch by the Patch brand or Clover. But we're not worried about those things because we don't just offer one thing. At the moment, we offer 12. And last time I seen, a lot of the products that we have are not offered by these companies either. So that is where we will win. The opportunities for the Super Patch are just simply profound. We have a chance to help everyone with the simplest issues that they struggle with daily and a chance to connect the mind, the body, beyond the subconscious patterns that already exist within us. How many of us know that our mind is 80% subconscious and 20% conscious? That means that 80% of the time, you're naturally going to do what you just usually do, what you've been programmed to think. 20% of the time, you're actually going to step outside of yourself and say, wait, this is what I'm going to do today and be intentional. We have a patch to help you do these things. We have a chance to become a powerful brand like the Mary Kay's and make it and become a major brand all over the nation. Threats. Our threats for the company with the affiliate marketing is it takes a good buzz to get things going. And if we don't get the right people partnered with our brand, then it can be a little bit difficult on the front end to really expand the way we want to. But our goal is to partner with the social media people, the social media marketers. Our goal is to partner with the major influencers. And at that point, we know that they'll be able to help push the brand and be a part of our team. Another threat is that some people might have a hard time believing the patches because it is an abstract product. How many people have heard of technology that actually works with the neuroscience of the brain and does vibrotactile vibrations to help you function on a different level? A lot of people haven't heard of it, but as I wear one right now, I have the Liberty Patch and I also have the Focus Patch. I could tell you, I feel 1,000,000 times better. I feel more grounded, and I also know that my mind is right where it needs to be to present to you. With our pricing strategy, It's pretty simple. We start at about $2.10 a patch, which is $60 a patch. We have 28, well, not $60 a patch, but $60 a pouch. We have 28 patches inside of the pouch. We believe this is something very feasible and a necessary purchase for people to enhance their daily life for the month. We spend $60 to $100 on a dinner for two, eating fatty foods, drinking alcoholic beverages. Why not have something that can actually help you on a daily basis throughout the month and only spend a small fee of $60 to make a change? How $2.10 a day is nothing to me. I don't know if what it's worth to you, but if I could focus better, or I could walk better, or I could have a better habits, I would spend thousands of dollars for that. We believe here, we also have a 30-day guaranteed refund. If you don't believe that the patch is working for you, and maybe this product just isn't for you, we will refund your money within 30 days, but it is non-refundable on the actual shipping. And we also have right now a deal where if you buy a pouch of patches, 28, you actually get one free. So that means you now get, what is that, 56 patches? You get 56 patches for the price of $60. That's $1 a patch. So are you ready to get super patched? My name is Keelan Smith, and that is my presentation for today.
Okay, Keelan, man, look, listen, I'm excited, brother, and I'm proud of you because you did a great job. A few things I want to, give you accolades for. I love the fact that you actually put the packs in our hands, right? That's very, being able to touch a product, to see a product, that's very, very vital and very important. The other thing is you looked up the resources and the competitors. Very important that you went over that. The other thing is the user case scenario, right? That was perfect for you to be able to kind of identify that. And then, of course, most importantly, you knew the cost, not of the whole pack, but you broke it down per patch, which is also, as a consumer, it makes me be like, oh, okay, so you made me feel like it's affordable, right? Instead of just looking at the whole overall cost. And then the last one is the deal on the site. You had to search that deal as far as finding out buy one, get one free, right? The only thing that I would critique you on this particular presentation is that when you're going over the SWOT, let us know that that's what you're doing, like the SWOT analysis right? And then going over the S, the W, the O, and the T. So I have one question for you, because you pretty much did a great job with answering pretty much all of my questions. When you talked about the dermatologically, the super patch is tested and approved, what are the 5 elements that go along with that?
I believe it was that it's drug-free, hyperallergenic, non-GMO, gluten-free, and it was one more thing, like, I think it was like it was another abbreviation that I didn't actually write down. I actually wrote the non-invasive piece, but I believe that's 4 out of 5 that was listed for the that portion of the tested and approved. Absolutely. By the hyperallergenic.
Skin safe.
Skin safe,
Right.
Yes, sir.
Which could be potentially vital when somebody's putting something
Yes, sir.
in the skin. So good job.
Thank you.
Keelan, once again, you did an excellent job. So I'm not surprised. I do love the fact, just like Dr. Cass said, you actually let us touch, see, feel the product. The biggest thing about an executive summary is you want to sell your buyer. You want to convince your buyer on why they should attach themselves or invest in this. And you did an excellent job because you showed a lot of emotion, a lot of compassion. You believed in the product, and that's excellent. That's the way to present an executive summary. So I just wanted to give you kudos on that.
Thank you.
So I just have really one solid question for you, and I really want to understand the story, the mission behind why the Super Patch company got started and why they move forward in the industry. So really the story, the mission. That's my question.
Well, Super Patch felt like it was needed for the market because there is difficulties in your everyday life as far as the things we go through, whether it's pain, You know, obviously stability, some of the things I listed, focus, and I believe the mission was to look for a drug-free, unharmful way to actually help and enhance people's life. It really was a simple idea, as it says, that, you know, is now being brought to fruition. It's not a in-depth kind of, I would say, backstory, but more of something just we want to help people. We want people to have a better day, better life, and we want to help them through their difficulties with Super Patch. No problem.
All right, Keelan, my man. First of all, awesome job. I think you obviously did some homework. You put it out there. You had a lot of passion behind what you're bringing. So I was able to feel like I'm one of those people that like to connect, right? So I felt like I could connect to your connection to the product. So just great job there, man. I think you were pretty thorough in everything you presented to us. So I have, like the Dr. Pitt said, I think you hit all the points that I was looking for, which is great. One thing that you hit, but you kind of went over it pretty fast. I want to see if you could elaborate on is in the facts, the frequently asked questions on the site, it does go over the technology itself. And so you kind of briefly hit on it does this. And so I'm just curious if you could elaborate on how the technology actually works, what specifically it does, and how a simple patch is able to deliver the things that you're saying it can deliver.
Yes, it says, so it's vibrotactile, as it says. So it literally it's almost like neuroscience in essence, where the vibrations are a pattern that help connect certain functions or habits with the mind and your body so that it isn't a disconnect. Because like I said, with us being 80% subconscious and 20% conscious, sometimes we want to do certain things, but our mind doesn't allow us to do it. So this actual patch is the vibrational patch that will help in a scientific way, help us connect our brain to our body and to move and function on, one accord as time goes on. Depending on whichever it may be, like, obviously to relieve pain and do certain things, the patch uses its vibrations to do so.
Great job, Keelan. Amazing. Everybody said that you did an amazing job, and that was true. I do have a quick question. I noticed, did you mention the CEO? Who is the CEO?
Do I know who the CEO is? That's a great question. I know people who are partnered with the company, but I do not know the actual CEO, I'll be honest, so I can answer that.
You know what? I just have one more question. There's one patch that focuses on athleticism. Which one is it?
I'm not sure. I'm not gonna lie. Freedom patch is for pain. Pain and athleticism go together. But obviously with this patch, it would relieve a lot more pain, than an ice bath hopefully would. So.
Okay. All right. It was the victory patch.
The victory patch.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
I felt like this challenge was fun. I have, a lot of experience in building business plans and executive summaries. So I felt like, I was able to capture good enough information to speak from a consumer side and also from a business aspect. When you talk to an audience, you don't know what they want to hear exactly, so you should cover kind of both sides. And I was just out there doing what I had to do, trying to bring the energy and trying to be the best me I could be.
The Neverfold brand is far more than just a clothing brand. It's a movement. Our brand was a vision from the Lord. No matter what you've been through your life, if you're still here when you could have thrown in the towel and you made it through the fires of life, you're a Neverfolder. The brand funds the movement. We are able to hold outreaches all over the country in the underserved communities and give back. Free food, free toys and clothes, along with resources, but most importantly, the uncompromising Word of God.
The end game was to get to where I'm at right now, which is the final 2. So I'm excited about it. I think a couple challenges were kind of playing it safe just to kind of see, because of course this is a stretch. As an entrepreneur, we're doing stuff that we don't normally do on a daily basis. So it's been exciting. I'm blessed to be here. So we're going to see.
Hello. My name is Dana Lewis. And today what I'm going to be talking to you about is the Super Patch. So I want y'all to have some in your hands so you can kind of take a look at them and know what we're talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna start from basically just giving you guys the technology behind the Super Patch, so you'll really have more of an understanding of how the advancement in technology has come in the health and wellness industry. One of the things, like with the Super Patch, it's 12 years in developing, so it's a groundbreaking technology. And one of the things that I found so interesting is it's called the haptic vibrotactical trigger technology. And so in layman's terms, basically, the technology is it's uniquely arranged ridges that look like a QR code. So since those are closed, I'll show you guys so you can kind of see. Under the patch, it kind of looks like a QR code, almost like a fingerprint or something. So, and it just goes on your skin, so that way you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But basically what it helps with physical, mental, emotional functions, and each Super Patch has a different, basically like a QR code, if you will. Each one is designed a little bit different. And there are over 15 different patches. There's everything from sleep, and there's all different kinds from the sleep, even ones that help with your skin. There's ones that help with just aches and pains. So they kind of hit the nail on the head when it goes across the spectrum. It's something for everyone. One of the things that I love about the Super Patch is they've actually been super disruptive when it comes in the industry, the health and wellness industry. And what I mean by that is because they've been on CBS, they've been featured on Yahoo Finance, Market Watch, and a lot of different sectors because they are really disrupting the industry. And the thing that I really love about the Super Patch is, for me, I have two different patches on. I have one of the patches that you have that is really helping me with the focus. And so a lot of times I get anxious. And so with that patch, I really like it because it helps me to really focus and think with clarity. And then the other one, which is amazing, is the Liberty Patch. The Liberty Patch, normally I'm a klutz, so I can walk and trip over my own feet and things of that nature. But what it really does is it helps you to have just where you're able to have better stability. So it's good for anybody. A lot of people ask, can anybody wear these? Is it something that my child could wear if they have, different things they need it for, or my elderly parent? So I will say there is no age limit, so anybody can wear it. And the thing that's unique about this is we have plant powered and we also have hemp powered. So depending on what patch you get, the hemp powered ones you can wear, they release like the hemp, and it has the different milligrams of the hemp in it depending on which ones you get, but it really releases from up to 8 to 12 hours. And then the other patches, like what I have on, you can wear these up to 24 hours. And the thing that's awesome about it is when you put it on, you just want to make sure you haven't put your lotion and stuff on yet. You want to make sure that your skin is clean and dry, and it sticks all day. It's waterproof, sweat proof, so it doesn't matter really like what kind of lifestyle you have. Another thing that's big is we're also available in 32 countries. And so that's a big deal because, a lot of companies are just based in the US, but the Super Patch is actually in 32 different countries, which is amazing because it's something global that people from all over the world can experience. Another thing is with the Super Patch, in order to actually get it, you have to get it through someone that is actually an affiliate with the company. And so what that means, that's another opportunity. Even though this is like a health and wellness, it's a patch, but there is that other side, which is, I guess you would say, like the direct selling side, which is an amazing opportunity. So if you're a doctor, if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're an influencer, this is also an opportunity where you can have these patches be a part of the company and share it on a level. And it's not, say for example, if you're from a certain country and you want to share it with your family in that country, because we're in 32 countries, that gives you more opportunity to really share it. So there is that income earning opportunity. So I wanted to really touch on that. I won't go into detail, but that is something that's available. So, I mean, you can get it from doctors, you can get it from people that are influencers online and different things of that nature. So I wanted to bring that up just so you guys would know that is an opportunity. The thing with the patches also is if you look on the back, it'll tell you they're dermatologically tested and approved. So what that means, there's drug-free, so you don't have to worry about it interacting with anything that you're already taking if you are on something. They're gluten-free, they're paraben-free, they're latex-free, which is important to me because I'm allergic to latex. So that was a big deal. They're hypoallergenic, they're non-GMO, and they're certified skin safe. Because I have eczema, and I can tell you already, if this was not good, I would have already broke out. So that's one thing that I think is awesome. And when you do put it on, you don't want to put it like where your actual joint is, like in the middle of your elbow. You want to put it on a venous area or like your forearm. So you can put it here, up here, but you wouldn't want to put it like behind your knee or anything like, or in your, you know, where your elbow bends. You want to put it really in an area where it's just going to lay flat and not going to be really bothered by what you're wearing. All right, and another thing I want to tell you guys is just the market opportunity for the health and wellness industry. It's significantly growing. And I think one of the biggest things with the Super Patch that's amazing is it really, in the age that we're in, yes, there is competition. There are other wellness patches and things of that nature. But the one thing that I love about the Super Patch is it's really affordable. There's 28 patches in a pack and they're $60. And then on the website, there's also opportunity to be able to bundle, so you save on that. If you do the subscribe and save, where basically you're on a monthly, where you set up when you want it sent to you and things of that nature, and they just send them to you. And by doing that, you save an extra 15%. So I think that's good as far as a lot of the other companies, they don't offer that. They don't offer where you do a subscribe and save and you get a discount. So that's an amazing thing. With there being so many different patches on the market, I think what really sets this apart, honestly, is just what they bring to the table as a company. It's like I said, there's 12 years in research and studies. It's third-party tested. There's over 3,500 five-star reviews, and that's a big deal. And when you go and you do the research on the other companies, there's a lot of other companies that have products, patches that are similar, but they interact with certain medications and things like that. But I think with this being drug-free, that's a big deal. So there's more opportunity. Another thing is just like with this patch and just the viability of it, because right now, a lot of people are really focused on preventative health care. A lot of people are more health conscious right now. And just the rising consumer awareness, there's so many people now, especially with the younger generation, they're coming up, you're seeing the people that only eat seafood or the people that only eat, you know, vegetarians and different things. So people are a lot more health conscious than they used to be. And so with this, I think it really, there's some that are for skincare. Like they have some for people that have menstrual cramps. They have a menopause one. Like there's a variety, ones that help you with sleep. There's ones that help you with focus. There's so many, like I said, there's about a little over 15 patches. And the thing that's also awesome with them is if you want to wear more than one, you can. I wouldn't recommend putting all 15, but if you want to do like the 2 different ones that I have, it's not a problem. So that's one of the biggest things that I've seen with these patches. A lot of other patches, and I'll use this for an example. There's a patch called, one of the competitor patches is called X39. And that patch is $120 a month for a month's supply. With this, you're getting the technology is insane. Nobody else has this technology. And so that sets it apart. But also, this is so much more affordable. If you have a family of a husband and wife and children, you can afford for everybody to wear this. To where other companies, a lot of times you can't. You're kind of picking and choosing who can, well, he really needs it or she really needs it, and you can't really share it with the whole family. So that's pretty much a rundown from the affiliate side. I didn't want to go into too much detail about that. That's something that's available for the public, but also just the technology and everything that the patch has to offer. Do you guys have any questions for me about any aspect of the patch?
Dana, so you came before us today, and I'm a little shocked because I expected more. I felt like I was in a network marketing meeting and a presentation of the product. I did not feel like I was listening to an executive summary. So what I didn't get, like when you started off, you came straight in and let me tell you about the tech. You didn't tell me anything about the product or what you're lining me up for. So I was kind of confused about what I was about to listen to. I will say that when you're given an executive summary, you have to give the background of the company. You have to give us more facts, more of the technology, the base of the technology, and the mission. So I do want to ask you a question because I didn't get it, is what is the mission of the company? Tell me about the background.
Basically, what I really got from it is their backstory is really about, it wasn't anything elaborate. It's really just wanting to help people defeat their daily challenges, struggles with an easy to use solution. And so that's really what I found just kind of researching the company.
So Dana, I too am shocked because executive summary, right? I think the first thing that that you should have done if you didn't know exactly what an executive summary entailed, always reference the definition so you're touching on all the bullet points to make sure that when you're delivering that presentation, you're giving us that very, that overview of the particular company. Like Nat said, the background and the history of the company. So I have two questions actually, but before I get into those questions, I do want to talk about the visual approach. I think you did a good visual approach by, number one, putting the product in our hand and then also showing exactly that you have the patches on, right? I also want to talk about when you talked about how it made you feel. That was also important in regards to, you as a consumer using the product, right? You let me know that, hey, okay, I can buy it because you've actually tried it, right? I think that when you said global reach, that was important to let us know that, hey, this patch has, accessibility to, to go places further than just the United States. Also, I think one of the most important pieces was the placement of the patch. So you gave an instruction of where to put the patch at and how to wear it, right? However, the other bad thing that I would say is that you only gave us one competitor, which I believe was X39. What are the other competitors, right? You have to go over that when you're, especially in the executive summary, because it kind of cross-references that, which leads me to my first question that I have for you. And the first question is, when you talk about the dermatologically of the super patch and, all the patches that elicit, you said 15 patches. Wouldn't you say that it was only 12 patches that the company has and not 15? And do you know all 12 or even all 15 of the patches?
Let me find. The Glow Patch is the one that's for the skin. The Rocket Patch is for male heightened performance. The Kick is really just helps you to be, I guess, with intent and being more intentional. The Freedom Patch helps with the minor aches and pains and things of that nature. The REM Patch is the one that helps you have a more sound sleep, peaceful sleep. The Ignite Patch helps you with really balancing the burned calories and the consumed calories. The Victory is really, that patch just helps you be, it's more for like athletes, athletic performance and things of that nature. The Joy Patch really helps with just the happiness and just overall feeling good and being, I guess, more happy and just being in a better mind space. The other patches that they do have, there's one that is for under eyes because they do have around 15, but there's one that's for under eyes. There's one for menopause. There was one for period cramps. And so there are multiple, but the main patches are going to be the ones I just mentioned, but they do offer other patches as well. So that's why I was kind of talking about how you can do bundles. And when you do a bundle, you save because you can kind of bundle them based on what your needs are.
Dana, good job. I've seen you do better. I've seen you be stronger. But okay, that's fine. As Nat said, we were looking forward to hearing an executive summary. To me, I felt like you just went on the website and you just started listing out things that was interesting or that popped out to you. If there was just a little bit more structure, that would have been a lot better for me because I was trying to follow you. But you know what? Let's go into the person behind this amazing product. Are you familiar with the CEO?
I did not, when I was doing research on the actual company, I did not see any information on actual names. I didn't see that.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Dana, first of all, thank you. And good job. I know it's never easy to get up and talk in front of people and the world, right? In this context, so you did a great job. You got up there, you did your thing. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but I do want to piggyback on everybody's comments around the executive summary, right? So by definition, an executive summary is a summary, and I'm just giving you the way to look at it, right, for future, given by an executive to an executive, right? So you don't have to sell me. I want to know, is this worth investing in? I want to know, is it viable? I want to know, is it profitable? And I want to understand why, right? And so it felt like what you gave us today was more of a salesy. I think Natalie said, or maybe it was Dr. D, that they said it felt like I was in kind of a network marketing meeting, right? And so it felt like you were kind of giving us some of that today. What I think you did that was awesome, and where I think you have a strength at is, like as Dr. Pitts said, you came down, you got close to us, which is good. You're not just like somebody on the stage that we don't see and feel like we can connect to. You came down, you showed us how the patch looked on you. You talked about where to put it, where to place it. You are obviously a mother, and so you have a very good nurturing aspect to you, which is great, right, for the right type of sales. And so I think that that space is your space. What I didn't hear was more along the lines of a structured executive summary. There was one thing in particular, I felt like you went through the site and you got your kind of bullet points, but there was, you look for consistency. So if I'm looking on the site, which I was, there's a few buzzwords and sort of keywords that I see here that I was expecting to hear there, right, which helps it just connect for me. And so my question is, and I'm going to come back to that, there's a word for the technology. You did a great job in actually describing it, but there's a phrase for it, and I didn't hear you use the phrase. So my question is, do you know the phrase word, the key word for the technology itself?
One of the things that I really saw multiple times was where it talks about Vibro Tactical, and that was in all the patches. When you really look at the description of them, that's always there in every single one. And that's where I was talking about kind of the haptic Vibro Tactical trigger technology. And that is kind of like one of those big fancy words, but they have it abbreviated as VTT, but Vibro Tactical.
No, that's exactly it. And for something that is super technical, maybe I don't remember all of that stuff that you said, but what I will remember is just that.
Okay.
Right? And so those are just useful.
Okay.
Good,
thank you.
It was different. I mean, I think I gave a lot of information, but I think I was also confused because I did ask, like, is this a pitch? Like, how are we supposed to pitch it? So, but I think I gave enough information. So we shall see.
Welcome to Contouring and Wellness Spa, where transformation meets tranquility. Experience the pinnacle of body sculpting, rejuvenation, and holistic wellness. Unveil a new you at Contouring Wellness Spa. Visit us today. Contouring and Wellness Spa, where beauty meets balance.
Unfortunately, we had what they say, a landslide a unanimous decision. You know what I mean? When you look at that better boxer in the ring, you just know that he dominated, right?
Definitely.
And I think we kind of got our decision on who the winner is for this particular challenge. And I agree with Nat. You know, you would have thought that it would have been more of a fight,
Right.
to where we can kind of go back and forth to be like,
disappointment. I wanted
okay,
to
like
be,
this,
yeah.
like
Because
this,
you had two great fighters.
Yes,
exactly,
exactly.
that
Yeah.
part.
Two passionate
Yes.
fighters,
Yes.
two great fighters.
Yes.
But
'Cause she is
they're
passionate,
both great entrepreneurs
Yeah.
themselves.
Yep.
Wow. But it's just
Yeah.
it's almost like those
Can't get
Falcons.
too comfortable.
Oh man.
We love y'all. We love y'all. Dirty Birds.
Super Bowl, what year was that?
But when they played the
my
Patriots,
God, when they played the
yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Ooh.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Well,
I get that.
we are here. Well,
All right, Doc, you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I got this. God got me and I got this.
I do, think I won, but, we'll see.
I think he really showed his strengths and just the background he has. I think he's done really well.
I would tell Dana that she's a beast, man. She's a great competitor, great person, awesome woman of God, and, I'm grateful to, just be here and, to challenge her.
I think I got it in the bag.
But I would tell her that, I don't think she's gonna beat me, but we gonna see.
Entrepreneurs, we have come to the final decision of who will be crowned the real entrepreneur. Dana, you did an amazing job. You made it this far. Listen, myself and the judges thought that you could have been a lot stronger this round because of what we've seen in the past episodes. However, we did love the fact that you were very visual with your presentation and that you delivered and brought us in with you. Keelan, you did an amazing job in regards to your delivery. There really wasn't any negativity said about you whatsoever. The only thing that I would say was that you just didn't know who the CEO was. However, with that being said, the winner who will be crowned the real entrepreneur is Keelan. Congratulations, sir. You are the real entrepreneur. Dana, you did an amazing job. You made it this far. Listen, don't stop, don't quit. And you have set the tone for entrepreneur women around the world. We appreciate you.
Man, I'm honestly really surprised because I know I gave a lot more information than he did. And so I thought just based on the information that I was able to provide, but at the end of the day, he does professional pitch competitions. That's what he does. So, but it's amazing to be up against someone of that caliber and still be able to hang in there. So, but I really thought just based on all the information I was able to give and being able to answer their questions, I really thought, but it is what it is. I think it was really good. It was a learning experience. I learned a lot about myself. I was really stretched. And just being able to really adapt in so many different situations with the questions and the different things we really had to deal with. I think I did a really good job. And like I said earlier, it's really an honor to be in the final two and to be the last woman standing. So I think that's awesome.
Man, if people knew what it took to get here, man, and what we had to do, I know people think they've seen it all, but there's so much more, that happens behind the scenes. And man, I'm just grateful, man. Shout out to Dana. I pray she have a safe flight home. But you know where we at. We in ATL with it, baby. It's a celebration tonight. It's a celebration. Let's go. Man, to sum up the whole season, it's just about the money, man. I said it at the beginning on the first episode. I say it again. Everything else was nice, it was cute, but it's all about the money, man. Focus. Ain't no more advice, just focus. get that money, man. Go out there and work. And we out. You know how we do it? Yeah.
Because I'm going to purchase it.
I'm both of them. My Android and...
Thugging in my bonnet, I be thugging in my bonnet. Running through them packs like my name supersonic.
I can't blame nobody but myself. I just fucked up. Just what it is. I fucked up. It's just that simple.
GIMME, haircare.com.
Go.
What?
I didn't even remember.
Yeah, what is it?
What you guys need to do? Your next task.
Dana.
Let's go. Paul.
And me. Yeah. So me and balls together work perfectly. Sausage and balls. Sausage, balls.
Is it really my fault?
The first challenge.
Came in here, we skipped crazy. He was like,
He was.
man, boy. He's like, man, it's always
People gonna stop watching after this episode. They might as well just go ahead and cut it right now. Just cut the check right now because the show is dead.
Hello world, hello world, hello world. How you guys doing? Listen, it is the grand finale. We have done it. For the first time ever, we have produced The Real Entrepreneur. Listen, this was amazing. It was great from the very beginning. I just want to say congratulations to everybody that just either believed in it or just had a little bit of belief, or even the ones that had doubt. We want to say thank you, because guess what? We couldn't have done it without you. So we appreciate you guys for every contestant that stepped foot and graced this stage, that played, every role into the participations and the challenges that took place. Man, I want to give a shout out to Nat, who is the owner of an event center. She's helped us tremendously. I want to give a shout out to Tawanda Braxton, who didn't have to lend us her level of expertise. She came on and killed her season. So guys, you gotta tune into this, because when I tell you the first one, and this is I ain't no executive producer. This ain't what I do, right? I'm an entrepreneur. However, I was stretched. We were able to complete season 1, 9 episodes in 4 days. Shout out to my camera crew, it's phenomenal. Sturdy, Christian, DeMarcus, Devin. I want to make sure I cover everybody. My camera crew was phenomenal. If it wasn't for them and their vision, they wouldn't have been able to help me out with making sure that they understood the concept from it. So shout out to them guys, man. Shout out to my lovely wife. I love you, baby, even though you may have thought that I wasn't gonna do it. We did it. Boom. Listen, I'm excited, man, because today was the last day. And the individual who won, he deserved it, right? He, truthfully, he deserved it. He killed it. However, his competitor, his competition, the one he had to go up against, listen, it was tough. It was definitely tough. So listen, guys, I just want to say my 3 key takeaways from season 1 was, number 1 is you never judge a book by its cover. Because I'm telling you now, it is the pages on the inside that tell the story. And the second takeaway that I want to give for this is that you cannot give up. You cannot quit. No matter what the outcome may be, you got to keep going. And the third and final takeaway is coming together is the beginning. Sticking together is progress, but working together is success. My name is Dr. Casual Pitts, and I'm the executive producer of The Real Entrepreneur.